Hi gang, it's Mia from Mia Hess Music, and it's very early on a Friday morning in March. It's March 20th, 2002, and the Chinese used to say, may you live in interesting times, and boy, oh boy, we are living in some seriously interesting times. Anyway, I just want you all to take care of yourselves, be safe, be peaceful, be serene, and fill yourselves with lots of love and laughter, okay? And music. We're going to talk music here, gang. Okay, so today we're going to talk about 4-chord intros. Sometimes they're called jazzy intros. I learned this intro pattern from one of my teachers, who is Stuart Fuchs from Ukulele Zen. I will link him below. We're going to learn this 4-chord pattern in the key of C, and the key of F, and the key of G, because those tend to be the most common ukulele chords that we play in. But the principles that I'm going to teach you today are applicable in any key. Once you know the pattern, and it's a pattern, you can do it in any key that you play in, including the dreaded B flat. So you'll be able to do it in D, you'll be able to do it in A, you'll be able to do it in B flat, you'll be able to do it in E flat, you'll be able to do it in any key that you choose to play in. E, doesn't matter. Same principle. So, okay, we are going to start with the key of C. Okay, we're going to start in the key of C. This is, everybody seems to start everything in the key of C. I guess it's because on the piano, there's no black keys in the scale of C. I don't know. I just work here. But a lot of times that's all anybody ever teaches you in is something in the key of C, some principle in the key of C. And it's like, well, we don't play everything in the key of C. I certainly don't, and neither do you. Okay, so we're going to do this in the key of C. So the way this begins, and I put up a little chord diagram in the beginning, and if you message me at Mia Hess Music on Facebook, I can actually send you a PDF of everything that we're going to go over today. Don't forget to click subscribe and like and all that good stuff. Ring the notification bells. I always have to do a little disclaimer because I want everybody to subscribe. Okay, let's get on to the key of C. So the key of C, it's going to sound like this. Okay, all right. So the first chord is going to be a C, because that's the key that we're in. That's your root chord, or chord number 1. See? Everybody knows that one, right? All my ukulele folks know that one. Okay. Now the next one's going to be C sharp diminished. So the way that you determine this 4-chord intro pattern is it's your root. So in this case it's C. Then it's a half step up. So C, C sharp, and that second chord is always a diminished chord. Okay, so it's going to be C sharp diminished. In order to make C sharp diminished on the ukulele, and I count from, this is 4, 3, 2, 1 down. Okay, that's the way all my teachers count. So don't holler at me if you count 4, 3, 2, 1 this way. Don't be hollering at me. Okay, cool. All right, so with these two fingies, you're going to use, you're going to put, the first finger is going to be on the C string, 3rd string, on the 1st fret. Then the second finger is going to be on the 1st fret of the A string. So it's going to sound like this. That is a C sharp diminished. Diminished chords are great chords, and they often do come, they actually come up in ukulele world a lot more often than you would think. Okay. So this is C sharp diminished. So we had C, half step up, C sharp dimin. Now, for the 3rd chord in a 4-chord intro, it's going to be the 2nd chord in a pattern. So if C is your root, number 1, you go C, D, that's number 2. And that third chord is a minor. So in this case, it's going to be D minor. Actually, technically, it's supposed to be a minor 7, but I know in the key of C that a lot of people have trouble playing the D minor 7. So D minor is do an F chord. So that's first fret on the E string and your second fret on the G string. There's your F chord. Then D minor, you tuck that finger right under. Don't forget to angle your hand a little bit because it gives you more real estate. And so it's F with a friend. And then if you want to do the D minor 7, it's F with a friend, and then you add your pinky onto the third fret of the first string, the A string, so you're adding the C note. So it's, hang on a second, move this over just a skitchy. Okay, cool. I want to make sure you guys can see stuff. So that's a D minor 7. Okay, so we got the C, C sharp dimin, D minor or D minor 7. Okay, then your fourth chord, it's gonna be the 5 of the root. So C's your root, number 1. C, D, number 2. E, number 3. F, number 4. G, number 5. And that 5 chord, or in this case G, is always going to be, it's always a 7 chord, or what they call a dominant 7 chord. So it's going to be G7. G7, first finger on the first fret of the second string, your E string, and then you're going to, with the second finger, you're going to put it on the second fret of the C string, the string 3, and then you're going to stack that other finger underneath on the first string, the A string, and that's your G7. Okay, so the whole pattern goes like this, and you do 2 beats for each chord, so 2 strums. So it's going to be C, C sharp dimin. I tend to play it with these 2 fingers. I think it's a little bit easier than to make the transition, but it's up to you. It doesn't matter. So C sharp dimin, D minor, or D minor 7, G7. So let's try together. You guys ready? Tempo di lerno, as my one teacher, Sarah Maisel, says. Tempo di lerno. I just think that's a riot. Okay. Love me some Sarah Maisel. Okay. So 1, 2, ready, and go. And C, 2, C sharp diminished, 2, D minor, 2, G7, 2. See if, then we're going to do it again. See if you can do that D minor 7. If you can, awesome. A lot of times I can't do it, so don't feel like, don't feel bad, okay? It's all good. So let's do it again. 1, 2, ready, and go. And 1, C sharp dimin, D minor 7, and G7, 2. Perfect. Let's do it one more time, and this time we're going to do it 2 times through. A little hint is when you're having trouble going from chord to chord, always break it down into 2 chord patterns. So say you're having a difficult time wrapping your head around going from a C to your C sharp dimin. Play C 4 times, then your C sharp dimin, and just go back and forth. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2, 2, 3, and 4, and, right? That's how you practice doing chord flips. Okay. So let's try this whole 4-chord intro pattern. And just as an aside, there are lots of songs that you can do 4-chord intro patterns with. So let's play it together. Ready? We're going to do it 2 times through. So get ready on your C. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, Okay, great. Terrific. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to do the same pattern, but this time we're going to say the names of the chords, okay, because it's kind of say it and play it, and it'll burn it into your little brain. Okay, I'm real proud of you. You guys are doing great. Ready? So it's 1, 2, ready, and go. And C, C, C sharp diminished, D minor, and G7. Perfect. Do it again. C, C, C sharp diminished, 2, D minor, 2, and G7, 2. And for those of you that can do that D minor 7, so when you do it, say, to speed, if you're doing like an up-tempo song, it would sound like this. Okay? Just like that. Okay? Great. So the next one is going to be the key of F.